Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. Welcome back to another match preview. This is the match preview for West Ham United versus Brentford. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. We're trying to reach 1K before the Premier League season ends, and we're trying to reach 800 this month. But yeah, West Ham United go to Brentford go to West Ham. We faced Brentford at home. Last time we faced Brentford at home, we beat them 4-2. Obviously, been very different since then. We've had two managers, and they've had way more injuries as they already did because they've been suffering with injuries for the past two seasons. But they had a really good start to the season, Brentford, and then had a really big dip after that. Because I guess you can probably say in hindsight that it wasn't sustainable because of the amount of goals they were conceding. They were just scoring a lot, so it kind of relied on them doing their job up front because they were missing a lot of their key defenders. They're still missing Rico Henry. They're still missing Aaron Hickey. Ethan Pinnock has just come back into the bench. They've signed that Coyote guy from Fiorentina, football manager legend. Um, and now that I guess now they're kind of picking back up with their defenders instead in terms of personnel, in terms of availability, in terms of numbers. However, that's probably not going to be uh, maybe enough for the future or in a run of games because they need more than just what they have at this current moment in time. That Coyote guy's only on loan as well. Um, they haven't really had a recognised left back throughout the whole season because of Rico Henry's injury, and obviously Aaron Hickey can play there as well. So Keane Lewis Potter's been playing there. He's done a really good job there as well. They're still going to be dangerous on the attack despite their away record, unless they play really conservative. I think I'd rather teams play um, in a low block rather than press us to death. If I'm being 100% honest, even though um, I do think this specific West Ham United team needs to get used to teams pressing them because the whole point with Graham Potter's team is that he can play through teams. His style of play is to play through you, play through the lines, etc. Um, but whether we actually have the players equipped for that, as current moment in time, is yet to be seen. But I guess we will see. I do believe in some of the players that they can play through a press. I just don't think we have the midfield for it at its current moment in time. With Brentford in general, sometimes they'll press you to death. Sometimes they'll just sit as deep as possible to try and, I guess, litigate the spaces in behind and stuff like that as well. Obviously, a very tall team, notoriously tall team, and they've kept that theme throughout the seasons they've been in the Premier League as well. A lot of their players over 6'4", which is why it was very surprising that they conceded that set piece to Tottenham, especially with their goalkeeper. Obviously, Mark Flecken's been terrible, but I'm pretty sure he was injured, so they have their other goalkeeper starting. I don't know whether Flecken will be back for this game. However, regardless of who they have in goal, we need to test them and pepper them with shots, which is something we've lacked over the past few games. Well, in every game this season, I'd argue. Um, Even with the different manager, for some reason our players just can't just let off shots. Sometimes we don't shoot enough in general. We don't test the keeper enough in general. Um, so that's what we kind of need to do. But every time I do say that, I feel like we never go out there and test the keeper. I don't think we ever go out there and test any keeper. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. For me, I just think as well with a team like Brentford, it's always going to be difficult for West Ham. They always make it tough in terms of a physical aspect as well. They will slow the game down as they are the away team, but they're notorious for slowing the game down when they're away from home. So if we let them get a foot on this game, it could be long for us and we'll end up getting frustrated. The home crowd will get frustrated and we'll just play into their hands if they gain more control. Now, let's get onto the lineup aspect. I think Ariella should keep his place in goal. I think we should be going to four defenders, but keep the back three in possession. So the back three in possession, I'd say Wan-Bissaka, Tadibo should come back, and Max Kilman. Um, for me, the two wing backs need to be Guilherme at right wing back, and obviously in possession, of course, with Wan-Bissaka, with the occasional overlap from a right centre back role, and Emerson at left wing back. If he wants to start Ollie Scholes, I'm also fine with that. Either way, I'm fine with the left wing back spot. I think the midfield. I actually think the midfield should stay as it was. Irving and Soucek. I don't think Alvarez warrants a place coming back in. I don't rate Andy Irving. I don't really see the point of him. Um, However, he was technically signed against Chelsea, and I don't think Alvarez gives enough on the ball or off the ball to maintain a starting place in midfield, which kind of says more about him. I think the two in front should be Jared Bowen in the right 10 and don't really have much choice. I'd probably say Lucas Paquetá in the left 10 and up front Evan Ferguson. I think give him a chance. I don't think he will start. I think Potter's going to ease him with minutes. However, I would throw him in the firing line and see how long he can last, and then we bring on whoever we bring on. In fact, I probably, yeah, I think Paquetá has to start. I think Paquetá has to start. Let Soler and Kudus hold bench. I think Kudus is about time he held bench. And this isn't based on player ability. I rate him as a player, but just based on performances. You don't warrant to start at this current moment in time. What we expect of you, he hasn't been showing. What we know of him, he hasn't been shown. He hasn't taken any game by the scruff of the neck. He hasn't let off shots enough. He takes too long to release the ball. And especially in the first phase of play where he gives away the ball. I do still rate him. But if you don't perform, I can't just like keep defending you and keep saying I should still start. I get we don't have Somerville, but we do have other options on the bench now that players are back fit. Obviously, Somerville will miss this game due to the fact that he was injured in the Villa game. Then he delayed his injury again, had a setback in training. But luckily, we have Tadimo coming back. We have Evan Ferguson signed. Bowen will be a second game in a row. If he's had a 2-week break now, Paquetá will be back. I can't remember who else. I guess Alvarez is back, but I don't really care. But that will be the team that start. The thing is, I still don't think we win the game. I don't think we'll defend bad in the game, but I just think they have too much attacking prowess to not score at least one or two with Johan Bisa, Brandon Bumo, Damsgaard, Keane Lewis Potter, Kevin Shard. He's been on some form of form at times. He's a bit of an in and out kind of player. He'll show up when he shows up, sort of thing. But also, Tottenham did keep a clean sheet against them, but they don't really keep a clean sheet against anyone. So I believe if we really want to put a stamp on things with how well we've been defending as of recently, then the Wan-Bissakas, Tadimos, etc., they really need to show themselves. It'll be obviously Tadimos back as well. Hopefully he starts straight away. But I'm hoping we drop the whole 5 defender thing. But also, I'm not going to be at the game this weekend. I'm going to be out all day Saturday. So I'll bring you the match reaction on Sunday, people. But yeah, I'm hoping we get the win because as much as I don't think we're in a relegation battle, it would just be nice to just, if we win, we'll be 1 point behind Brentford. And that will allow the gap to be a bit more open in terms of the mid-table places. So as much as we're not playing for anything, try and finish as high as possible, try and close the gap, etc. I'm not saying we're going to overtake Brentford this season or anything, because despite their bad form, they can still turn it on. They're still a more settled team because they're more used to each other. They've had the same manager for years as well. So there's also that, I guess. But listen, that's going to be it from me. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. My social media is in the description if you want to follow me. And email for the inquiries. Next uploaded stream will be on Sunday at 8 p.m. where we'll do the match reaction and that. And then we'll have the show with Prime at 10. I'll see you guys later.